Andrew.
Dustin.
Paulie.
You are wearing really nice pants today.
Thank you.
They're so soft.
Thank you.
I told you I was going to start the podcast talking about that.
I don't think you could have picked a creepier tone, though, bud.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey, buddy. Some real nice pants you got on
about
there.
your pants.
You want to wear them to the blind?
Not in this weather, I don't.
Yeah,
No,
I
they're
bet
a little
them
tight.
pants have pockets.
They're a little tight. They're super soft, though.
Well,
Like, I don't know how you get work done.
they're tight for a different reason.
Yeah.
You can fall asleep comfortably in them pants. You ever fall asleep in your jeans and wake up a couple hours later, you feel a little bound up? You know, you fall asleep in them, they were like better than some pajama pants.
Oh, yeah. They're like silk underwear over here.
Oh, yeah.
You can't wear silk underwear to bed. Yeah.
They are nice, aren't they?
The right breeze and right temp. I want to get sugar done all day. I am impressed. Paul, you're looking official as ever.
Thank you.
Nice hold back on that yawn.
I didn't want everybody to hear me widely exhale. Well, that defeated that whole purpose. Thanks, bud.
Sound like a tree falling from the woods. Hey, listen.
Accurate. That is
actually,
accurate.
Speaking about that, if a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound?
Yep.
7 because 6 pancakes can't fit in the mailbox.
Okay, yes and no. I was just reading, and I watched something on YouTube, and then I had to read about it. That's the only time I read. But it wouldn't make sound because sound has to be like heard by a human.
Well,
What? Talk in the mic. I am talking in the mic. It's literally in my face.
Thank you. Now I can hear you.
Okay. So I'll just move it around wherever I go. But yeah, it would still cause the vibrations for sound to be made. But sound is something like we make up in our heads by the vibration. So yes,
Right.
it makes a vibration, but it wouldn't actually make sound.
but let's be realistic, though.
What?
It doesn't have to be a human that hears it to hear it. And there's always something there to hear it.
Yeah, but what are
Whether
they
it be a
hearing?
bird or a squirrel or
Plants.
No, plants don't. No.
But how do you know
Oh, we go
anything's
deep
out
in
there?
this as you do.
How do you know anything is out there if you're not out there?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
There's always something out there.
How do you know if you're not out there?
There's always something out
Are
there.
you sure?
I don't know because
I'm
last time
positive.
I went into your woods, there wasn't nothing. Not a squirrel, not a deer, not a bird.
Yeah, I
Well,
went,
that's
I
a
went
lie. There
fishing
was
one
birds.
time and I sat for 30 minutes. I didn't even get a nibble. There wasn't no dang fish in that entire creek, I guarantee you.
Plants actually do a lot with vibration sound.
Doesn't
Like-
mean they recept it. Like they
They
understand.
might not
it.
hear it, but they comprehend it because they grow different. Because they did a study with sunflowers where they just put running water through a pipe that never hit the ground,
Yeah.
and the plants actually grew towards the water in the pipe.
Well, you ever seen the thing where people hook up electronic currents and make music through like mushrooms and leaves and
Oh,
everything
yeah.
else? And it's actually an interesting sound. So if we're getting into the... I don't know, I
Oh,
felt
like when they
that
do the
stuck in with
guitar?
the vibrations. Yeah, you can...
Everything had like the mushroom sounds like trippy. Like it sounds like the guitar
Yeah.
sounds like you would think when you were on
There's
mushroom.
people who made like
It's like yeah.
mushroom concerts. Like they hook up all the electrical stuff and capacitors and
Way to go. Yeah.
you know, but it's pretty cool. It almost sounds like some kind of techno beat going on.
Well, it's all vibrate. Like even electricity is vibration of atoms, so it's all vibration. So it's just traveling through corridors differently. Not something we would normally talk about, but we did say tree and squirrel. We covered all the normal hunting bases, I guess. And the old man was leaving. Later, Pops. Love
Catch
ya.
you later.
What in the world?
That was the most
Ask-
awkward handshake ever.
Ask me about your Oh, you gotta when the new podcast comes out, you gotta listen to it
Yeah.
because Paulie took the quack and put it over the swear,
Yeah.
the swear words, and
You said a swear.
you said a swear, and it was absolutely hilarious because like it was like I said like 5 words and 2 of them were swear words, so it was like bah, 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 bah. It was pretty good. Even Hannah was like, "Oh, that's hilarious." But yeah, once beginning of the month, I should have that tripod up, so then we'll at least have some kind of video. Then we'll add that on.
Yeah,
I always got my tripod on me.
for the
I would
people-
if I had them pants on.
Hey, for the people who haven't seen like the few shorts and TikToks, we've been putting a few of those out there too.
Yeah.
But that way, for our few people that maybe only listen to the podcast because, Dustin from somewhere, this will give,
You get to see
a
Andrew's
face to
beautiful face.
a face to the voice. I always used to wonder how the guys sounded on the radio back in the day because not everybody is a Howard Stern and
Old
super
and stuffy.
famous, but you can hear someone's great voice. I really have a face for radio.
I have a horrible voice. I hate my voice. I don't know. If someone ever likes this voice, like, you have a great voice, I'm going to be like, you're deaf.
Welcome to the Howard Stern Show.
Like, I can get deep and talk like this. I can't do it very long. But yeah, because we only have, like, pictures of you. We don't really have videos yet of you. So you see you in movement.
Well, I got at least one idea.
I know. We'll get it out there. Friday, we're going to be doing a squirrel hunt.
Okay. Friday, you said?
Yeah, Friday midday, afternoon. Ricky's coming out, and the deer season's down, so he called me and was like, "You want to squirrel hunt Friday?" I'm like, "Yes, all of it, all of yes." I got all the batteries charged, cameras are ready to go. If Paulie's got the time, he's gonna come down. So, right?
Well, you said Friday. I just got to go pick up the little man later. So if it's in the morning, that works.
It'd be
great.
like 9, 10 o'clock because you're probably still working, right?
I'll be working until 2:30.
That works because then I can go do a
I'm gonna
few
hang.
errands.
This is gonna be all squirrel tails. Just gonna decorate with squirrel tails.
You got to hit them first, bud.
I know.
Gotta find them first.
Well, I'm so mad because I took the old scope. Not old scope. I took a scope that I had that was on my 30-06, and I wanted to put it on my pellet rifle because I was like, yeah, that zooms everything. I was like, I got this. It's too big. It's meant for like Picatinny rail, and my pellet rifle is only a carve rail. So it's like, oh, hang on. We got a note coming in.
That's for us.
Oh.
That's like when you say a swear word. Yeah, bleep that
Oh.
out. It's like, I know.
Oh.
So when it comes to shooting squirrels, specifically squirrels, is there like what aren't you allowed to use? Like, I know you can use pellet rifles
anything.
and BB guns. And
It depends. How much of the squirrel do you want left?
I don't think there's actually a regulation on what to use because I know 22s to 12 gauges to, common sense says you want to shoot them with like a 30-06 or a 30-30.
Well, I was thinking along the lines of my airsoft rifle.
Oh, that.
It would kill
Listen
'em.
from a kid from experience that had one of them when I was growing up that was actually high powered. It doesn't do anything. It just makes them jump around in circles.
Really?
Yeah, it
Did
doesn't.
you use metal BBs, though? Or did you only have the plastic
Well,
airsoft ones?
Here's the thing: an airsoft rifle, even like our good ones now, are shooting at 500 feet per second.
Oh, it's yeah.
Okay.
Most pellet rifles are 800 plus. I think the one I normally use is 14. I want to get one of them ones where you get the little pump, and you pump them up, and you get like 20 shots, and then you got to pump them up again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
But
sitting
those
here
shoot
like-
those shoot at like 300 or 3,600 feet per second. Like, they're nasty. That guy I sent you the video about. Oh, I wish I would have remembered his, like, Ed. Oh, I should have wrote it down. He's hilarious. He's all about the varmint killing and stuff like that. I love his videos.
Is he the one that uses the explosive tip?
He did
pellets.
the ones I sent you.
Yeah.
That guy, Ed gunning something. It's a type of gun that he uses.
It really makes a mess of a squirrel, but boy, it's sure entertaining.
Oh my goodness. Paul, I think I sent Paul that, and he goes, "We need to go to PA." And I instantly called him, like, "Why we got to go to PA? Like, what's going on?" And he goes, "Oh, to get some of them BBs."
No, I said definitely not for tannerite.
Is he
Oh,
the
yeah.
same guy
Definitely
always
not
doing
tannerite.
headshots on squirrels at the feeder?
Yeah,
Same guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, there's another guy that does it too, but I can't remember the other guy's name neither. I literally, so it was Saturday night into Sunday morning, and then Sunday midday. I probably watched, I don't know, 8 to 12 hours of him just pinging squirrels off the table for one, and chasing skunks around. It's all, I love it. Like, it made me want to small game hunt even more. But yeah, like he's chipmunks and stuff like that. One of his best episodes are, hang on, I gotta look him up and say his name on here. So if anybody does listen, they go looking for him. He has like a one that goes against Karens. So he's just like talking crap the entire time because he like black and whites when he goes to like the blood, and he goes, oh, was a little late on that one. Oh, hopefully no Karens get involved, or the Karens will tear me down instantly. I should have him right here on YouTube instantly. Should be. Let's see.
It's kind of a bummer that like a handful of people affects like what the masses can do just because they complained enough.
Well, we've had videos taken down because someone got upset.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying everybody's by now. I mean, I know I have. By the time you're like an adult.
His name's Ed Gunleshy. EDGUNLESHIY.
Everybody's dealt with an unsavory person in public at least one time in their life. You know?
Oh, yeah.
It's the way society is, and that's a bummer.
Yeah, well, they'll get over it.
Yeah, that's why I like living in these small towns. It's nicer out here.
Not that I want to like steal anything or anything like that from another channel, but he did give me a great idea for kind of like what he does is like at the beginning of his show, like videos, he does like it's like a warning, like this is what we do. If you don't like, I mean, I've seen that on other videos, but his is fantastic because it's also funny. But it pretty much is like, hey, this is what we do. We're, we hunt squirrels and chipmunks. You know, we take care of nuisances in towns and stuff like that. And like, if you don't like it, stop now. Go watch something else. You know, it was just good. It was hilarious to me. Here is the squirrel. Day bag limit of 6 total regular species, or regardless of species. Hunting hours, sunrise to sunset. I'm going to sneeze. So, nope, it's gone.
Do you believe that some people out there, like, you're like, oh, I'm going to sneeze, and then you have that random person that just runs up and is like, peanut butter! And then you don't sneeze, and they say it's because they said peanut butter because it's a thing that throws your mind off to get your mind off of sneezing. And I'm just like, no, you're full of crap because there's been plenty of times I thought I had to sneeze and I didn't sneeze, and nobody was around to say peanut butter.
There is something about looking up at light that does something.
Makes me sneeze.
Does it makes people sneeze?
If I look at the sun the wrong way, I sneeze.
I mean, I hope you're not looking at the sun, bud.
No, not like direct, like looking up in the direction. And it's weird because I'll feel the sun hit my face, and then all of a sudden I'll have to sneeze. There's actually, for the record,
okay,
I was watching this video, and I don't know how true it is because I'm not an expert.
That's a quack.
No.
And that was another.
I was
quack.
watching this guy. I don't know any names or anything, but this guy was like, "Oh," and they say, looking at the sun's bad for you. He goes, "No, actually, sun gazing is not bad for you." And I'm like, I feel like it is. Like looking directly into the sun, like there's no way that's good for you.
I mean, tell me you look at any kind of bright light, and then when you close your eyes, it's still there. Is probably not good.
No.
But anyways, it does say red squirrels are unprotected and may be hunted at any time without limit. Also, right now, raccoons, skunk, possums, and weasels. Raccoons, skunks. I'm skipping a word. I mean to say fox, then skunk, opossums, and weasels hunting. Wow, the way they word things are awesome. There are no bag limits for these species. They may be hunted during the day, night, except weasels, which may only be hunted in sunrise or sunset.
I'm not going to go out and whack a bunch of skunks and collect them and try and eat them.
Vital shots. If you shoot them in the head, it makes all the nerves like release, and they'll almost ultimately spray. If you shoot them in the vitals, they kind of just like, ooh, what was that? And kind of run off and die. They'll still release, but not as bad as them spraying.
Well, I mean, sadly, whenever you cross over into the next existence, you're not going to go out in a wonderful way. Everybody defecates themselves. So you think you're going out?
I plan on if I know I'm going out.
I'm going to a buffet on my deathbed.
I'm releasing the valves, man.
Yeah, I'm going to a buffet, and that's just not my problem anymore because I'm not alive.
All my fluids are going wherever they need to go.
That person's going to remember me for the rest of their lives at that point.
I've always told Hannah I'm probably going out in this life bloody. If I have a choice, I'll go out bloody. Like, I'll be honest, if I was like mauled by a bear Or like,
That's my gig, buddy. You back
no,
off.
I'm just saying I would be okay with it. No, you got to just get like one good swipe, and then
Considering my obsession with a hunting bear, I fully expect to get mauled.
yeah. I know we really got to figure out how we got to get out next year. And go out there, but like if I got like impaled by like a buck or something like that, or
That would be gory.
yeah.
That would suck. But be awesome at the same time.
I mean, like awesome in the contents of like, well, how did you die, son? I fought a deer. like, did you win? I don't know. I'm here. I don't. Is he here? Like,
I don't know.
I don't see him here.
I got a couple good licks in, but I don't know.
I definitely punched him in the eye one time. But I wouldn't mind going out. Like, as long as it's not like a weasel or something that takes me out, like crawls up my legs and bites a karate artery. Oh, an artery. I'm not saying the words. They're not working.
Artery.
That one.
Femoral artery. I think that
Femoral.
depends on the location of
Ain't
the
your-
artery.
Ain't your femoral in your legs?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know that arteries usually normally
Listen.
run on the inside of legs or like in your armpits and on
We're
the
not
inside of
smart
things.
people.
Because just genetically
Collectively,
it
we
makes
might make
sense.
one smart person.
Like, because the arteries are on the inside because they're protected naturally by your body and its legs, and it's why like your back has more muscle than your front does because you got hands in front, but your back's left unprotected. You know, kind of like a little evolutionary thing. You know, you go
It's
ahead.
our
and
shell.
You just talk to a medic about theories on things, and they'll just throw like medical knowledge your way, and like any paramedic,
I love
EMT.
They're some of my favorite people in the military.
Oh yeah, they know a lot, and
They're psychos.
they're desensitized too, because you figure most of them were paramedics beforehand and had
Or still
dealt
are.
with car accidents and fires and accidents people have, and it's just like, you know, after a while you get used to it. And
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I've never met a. I can't say I've never met one. I've probably met one that I didn't know their story. But most of the medics that I've known, I've seen worse in my life than they have. But that's because I've lived a fun life. I've seen more of my blood than I ever want to see. Look, it's turkey season, Andrew. It's not yet, though. It's coming around. May 1st. I can't wait. Winter's not even here yet. We haven't even got enough snow to tickle me about deer season yet, so I can't expect May to be
I
right
don't know,
around the
but I
corner.
don't even think you're gonna see a white Christmas this year.
Oh, we don't have a white Christmas at all because we're getting snow tonight, upwards to like 8 inches, and then it's pretty much going to be gone by Wednesday.
And I wouldn't be surprised if that missed us like it normally does.
I guess on the hills already got a lot of snow. Well, that's where Dad
Well,
came from.
We'll see.
There was snow up and down Farrington already.
Yeah. So it's coming. It either means we're gonna have a really short Christmas. We're gonna have a really short Christmas. I
I
hope.
need it to dump like 15, 20 inches of lake effect so I can hit all of Holiday Valley. That's what I really need.
Yeah. I've been wanting to go. I've been like really thinking about snowboarding lately, and I'm just like,
Done twice.
I need good snow to want to go.
And it was okay. Like, it scratched the itch a little bit, but all I had was Mardi Gras and was that the Tannenbaum run? That was it. That's all I had.
Really? I
That's
thought they had. I
all
thought
they
they
had.
had more hills with snow machines.
Well, they probably do, but
They
they're
just
probably
had
just
them ones
focusing on,
They even got snow right now. They probably still got it up.
No, they're open right this second. We could go right now if we wanted to.
Paul, you down?
See you guys later. I ain't going with you. I'm like saying see you guys later, not our listeners.
Paul just keeps talking. We just leave. I think Paul would be. We were talking about this yesterday. I think Paul would be better on skis.
Learning the ski is easier than learning the snowboard, and the only reason I'm saying that is because I've done both.
Yeah.
I'm just saying is if I was in better physical condition, I wouldn't have a problem snowboarding, but I'm overweight, I'm out of shape, I don't run, and
I mean, there's been a couple spills that I've had where I'm like, yeah, I don't want to get up. Like, I'm just,
I mean,
I'm just gonna
concussed
lay here.
myself
Most of my good
snowboarding
spills
before.
resulted in broken rib, separated shoulder.
Hannah dislocated and relocated her ankle on one fall.
Yeah.
So it was like a sprain, a little more than, I don't know. They were like, oh, it's like sprained, but it's more than a sprain. That was, like, I love her to death, but I thought that was hilarious. Because she was doing so good and picking up speed, and you just hear her too, like, I'm doing good. Just powder. And I was just like, I was maybe like 100 yards below her too, so I like had to like crab walk up to her.
Yeah.
And it was just like she just lay there like, get my boot off, get my boot off, get my boot off. It was just also cool because then
Did she not have her boots tight enough? Because those boots are supposed to prevent that.
Oh, she like tumbled or like I thought her body like completely twisted at a 360 at one point. Like feet were going one way, head was going another way, and you just saw the board doing one of these. I'm sorry, Mike. Sorry, Mike. Don't hit me. I just hit the mic. Did you hear it, Paul? Is it still vibrating?
A little bit.
Yeah. Like, is this like a guitar? I don't want to do it while we're recording because then I have to deal with Paul. But yeah, I heard swans today.
Did you?
I did.
Swans.
I heard snow geese a week or two ago. I heard some snow geese go by, and I was like, "Ooh, it's getting me in the mood for geese." But I don't see anybody posting about geese, and I think I've maybe seen 2 flyover flocks.
I mean, I see the same flock every time I go hunting, coming in and out of the reservoir.
Yeah, but that's
one
a home
flock.
That's a home flock. They're here all year long.
Yeah.
They might leave for like a month or 2, and then they come right back. So it's like, I really, really, really. Am I not talking into the mic?
Every time you look to talk to Andrew, you're not talking into it.
Oh my goodness! Maybe these things are a dumb idea.
I mean, you did it without him too.
I know.
So
Yeah, but it was better because I was talking to Andrew this way. It's all right. We're working it out. We got mic arms instead of stands. We put in a new table. We moved into a different location to stay warmer. And we're trying to figure it out as we go. That's what the editor's for. He'll fix it. Fix it in post, Paul.
well, that's what I'm doing right now. Reminding.
All your little notes.
You know,
Oh,
what I
you're
mean?
even writing what swear it was.
I mean, everybody's got like no matter what line of work you do, no matter what kind of hobbies, you're gonna have like those disciplines that are gonna make your life easier. Like, working with machinery. Don't put your fingers anywhere you don't want to lose them.
Yeah.
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 I always like
singing,
You're gonna have to
recording.
bleep this out, but I've always liked the saying when it comes to machinery: don't put your hands nowhere where you want to put your dick. Like that is a good thing to live by with working with machinery. Yeah, he's writing another note.
No, I'm writing down the time.
Oh.
So I can get to it. I like to listen to the thing, but when
I could have waited 2 more seconds and it would have been 22:22.
when I listen to it and I'm going around my house or I'm making up my dinner when I go home, it's
We don't notice we swear that much when
yeah.
we're just normally talking.
Yeah, but that's why I write it down, because when we're normally talking, it's just like every other word's F or whatever.
Effer.
Yeah.
An effer
Yeah,
again.
usually it's F. Usually it's the F word. 30 years old saying F word.
Listen, we live by the YouTube gods at this point, so that's what we need to do.
No,
Actually, I think we're past 10 minutes, so it really doesn't matter, but
I mean, so were the first 2 swear words, but I just like my duck quack.
The-
I found it funny.
the duck hack is very funny.
If anything, it'll be my signature.
Done.
Oh, we all kind of came up with that collectively, so like it's just a thing now.
Well, yeah, I think in the one podcast there's probably like a solid 5 minutes of random duck quacking going on throughout like different parts. But speaking back of ducks, I really, really want to be going out after geese, but we just don't have any here right now, and I don't know where they went or why they're not here yet.
Because they know you want to be after them.
I know. I've seen some people get after them, but I still think they're just family groups. Are you locking that tighter? Because we still got November to January 21st is the season we're in now for our zone. Crow's still open. We gotta go back out crow hunting.
We got to take Paulie snipe hunting.
Yeah. Listen,
Okay, are we talking about the actual bird? Are we talking about the mythical 12-year-old first time hunting with a flashlight and a paper bag? Get in there, snipe! Quick, get him with the flashlight, Billy! Go on, get him, son!
This is the funny part about snipe hunting is I can remember the first person to get me to go snipe hunting was Ricky Kenny.
Yeah.
Like I remember like his parents being like, and Ricky I think it was in the Boy Scouts, so like that's like one thing they played on the younger kids, and he was like, "Oh man, we gotta go snipe hunting." I'm like, "Cool, let me go get the gun." And he goes, "No, you don't hunt snipes with a gun." I'm like, "Yeah, you do," because like I was thinking the real snipe bird.
Mm-hmm.
So like we had one on each other because he was like trying to convince me about this mythological creature, the snipe that you chase around with baseball bats and scare the little out of kids and everything like that. Like that's what he was trying to convince me, and I was trying to convince him the whole time of actually snipe hunting. But I remember he finally got me to like go snipe hunting. We ran to the cornfield and they were like, "Okay, you just stand here," and him and a couple of other buddies that were like running around in circles around me making all kinds of noise, and then they're like, "All right, we're gonna go quiet," and they all snuck out of the cornfield and left me there, and I'm like, walked back out, and I'm like, I'm going to go get my gun. And I'm gonna go really snipe hunting. Like they're like, "Really? That's a thing?" And all the dads are like, "Oh, we ruined these kids." Like, because they're like, we taught them about this fake snipe and not the real snipe. But yeah, I've actually only ever gone snipe hunting 2 or 3 times. I don't think I've ever actually got one that I can remember.
Yeah, and then we're gonna go for a chupacabra too. Then, hi, Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, we're gonna go hang out with Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Go on over to Scotland and go hang out with
I
old
was
Nessie.
just gonna say,
Over to
Yeah.
Scotland.
Oh, Scotland.
Yeah,
Kissing the Blarney Stone. You know, over at that Blarney Stone, you got all these people.
we're getting demonetized.
I guarantee
right
you,
now.
there is some kid out there peeing on that Blarney Stone, sitting there every day watching all these tourists. Going like, "Yo, dude, look at him over there,
Even if nobody else,
kissing that piss rock."
even if nobody else did anything bad to the Blarney Stone, you know how many mouths and everything have been on that throughout
Lots of
centuries.
herpes. A lot of herpes.
Oh
on
my
that
god,
stone.
that's just like, I love like Irish and like Scottish culture, and like I've thought about like, man, I'd go kiss the Blarney Stone and get like the good luck and whatever and blessed and all that, whatever, cool. But I'm like, I'd have to get a ladder and climb up from the outside because I'm not kissing the inside where you put your head upside down. Not happening. Just saying.
Kiss my hand and touch.
But I do want to
stone.
go swim in Loch Ness, even though it's frigid, cold, and black. It'd be something to do.
Black water scares me.
Water scares me. There's sharks in water.
Well, it depends on where you're at, but yes.
No.
Oh,
There's
you're talking
bull
about
sharks.
that little childhood. Dude, when I was younger, I would jump in the school pool, and that would be like in the back of my head. I'm like, sharks, and I'm like,
Oh,
it's a
that might have been-
chlorinated pool. I'm like, what am
That
I
might have
thinking?
been my
It's like-
fault because I was convincing everybody when we were in school, like when I was, I don't know, 6th grade, 5th grade, when we had swim classes, I was convincing everybody because that was about when that first report of the bull shark swam up Mississippi or somewhere. And I had convinced everybody that they found babies like not far from our water source and that the shark eggs could get in anywhere and they probably hatched in the school pool.
The chlorine would kill them, but okay.
No, but we were in like 10.
Yeah.
So I could convince a lot of people, like, they're like, we're not swimming and there could be sharks. And the teacher like, what are you guys talking about? I'm like, I got you. Like, yeah,
No, Jaws did that to me.
Jaws? I don't know. Water just scares me. Like, I want to go, like, deep sea fishing. I want to go, like snorkeling and spear.
I would do it, but I'm not doing it without somebody watching my back.
Oh, I mean, I'm not going by myself. But I do want to go do it. Like, I would love to go spear fishing, like, in New York.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to go do
That'd be
something
a
like
murky. That
But-
would be a murky time.
But at the
man.
same time, I am, like, terrified of water. Even though I love fishing and fly fishing, and I can be in rapids up to my chest that nobody should be in, and I'm happy as a pig in shit. But I tell you what, like, the thought of me swimming in water is a totally different demon. It's about the same as walking out of your tree stand at pitch black.
It doesn't bother me as bad.
Something follows you. Always.
Honestly, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm not afraid of the dark or what it is. I don't know
I'm
what
not
it is.
afraid of the dark neither, but
I've never had that eerie feeling of like, what was that?
well, and I love being in the woods, but there's been a couple times walking out my tree stand, like, dark. One reason why I don't do it no more is because it was like, crunch, crunch, crunch. Turn around. Crunch, start walking. You'd hear, like, other crunching, and you're like, keep turning back around, like, what's following me? Turn the flashlight on real fast. Nothing's there, and it's like, all right, this is sneaky. And then the one time that actually did is Matt and Dad were on top of a ravine, and it was like pitch black out.
Yeah.
And I could just see their silhouettes, and I thought, and my brother's tall, he's 6'4", was like over 200 and some, almost 300 pounds, I think. I thought it was Sasquatch. And the worst part is they had taken my shotgun because I was dragging the deer. So they took my shotgun, and it's probably a good thing because knowing me at 16, 17 years old, if I would have saw Sasquatch, I would have just started unloading and probably killed my brother. So it's probably a good thing they took my gun. But that absolutely terrified me because it was like it was just past like happy hour. So it's like just starting to get that dark. You can't really make things out. And there's just this huge bodied person on top of a ravine that I'm heading up. Like I jumped on the deer and slid them down the ravine. Like, here we go, boys. Rudolph, get in front. We're going right now. And then I was even more mad when I found out it was them because then I had to drag the deer back up
You
the
lost all your
ravine.
progress.
Yeah, and I was 3/4. It was a steep ravine. It's probably really not, but at 16 it was. At 16 it was like a really steep ravine. We got to figure out, though, Andrew, talking to you, how to convince Paul to get his course done.
We get enough viewers to yell at me to do it.
Oh
I'll
my
do
goodness. How many? How many on what I need to know on what program and what social media and how many?
We'll make a short.
I know.
And we'll edit it. We'll make, the fancy words pop up, and we'll be like, who here thinks this boy should hunt? And then we'll just make another little
like
silly
1,000?
shorts. More than that. That's because that's going to be,
That could be
we
really
need a little something more than that because I don't think people understand the lack of motivation I have to do it.
I do well.
And it's like, I have no problem, like, like everybody else in the world, some laws are bent, not broken, but I'd rather not have a game warden going, hey, how about your hunting license, amigo? What's that over there? 100 meters later, I got somebody tapping on my shoulder while I'm hunched over my knees going, oh, I thought I lost you.
Oh, you work out for a living.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you walk through the woods every day doing this for a living.
I don't have it.
And then, that's fines, sometimes getting equipment taken away. And it's just like, that's just more money I don't have to spend.
And a potential to lose your ability
Right to
to
hunt.
get your license after that.
Yeah.
Unless you're Amish, you seem to get it right back. That irritates me.
I think most of them don't have licenses, bud.
A lot of them do, but that one that shot the kids when we were growing up, the kids are fine. So if anybody's listening, the kids are alive. But he turkey hunting and he peppered both of them.
Like
you
on
know
purpose?
their names, yeah. He got, and that's the thing is everybody's like, oh my God, this was an accident, stuff like that, and that's what he played off. They found out later that he had done it before and almost killed the guy because he was sneaking up on this. The guy had a Tom decoy out, and he was sneaking up, and he didn't see the guy was in between, and he shot, and the guy's like, what the hell? Stood up, everything like that, and then he started shooting at him more because he got scared, and he lost his license for like 2-3 years then, and then
He's lucky that's all that happened to him, be honest with you.
Well,
I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah.
I ain't going to get too into it, but I'm going to leave it at that.
Oh, there was quite a feud going on when everybody found out he only got his hunting license. That was like his only fine was he got his hunting license taken away for 5 years.
I'm not a Billy badass or anything, but I will shoot back.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you right now, if anybody has the notion to shoot at me in the woods, you're getting shot back at.
The hardest part is
Heaven forbid you defend yourself, bud.
I'm just saying.
like I don't want to hurt anybody, but my natural reaction if I'm getting shot at
Well, especially you.
is to shoot
My
back.
safety ain't worth your temper, bud. I'm going to defend myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it's an accident or if it's on purpose. Like, I don't think I have enemies out there, but to be honest, like that guy, he got shot once and then stood up to be like, what's going on? And then the guy started shooting at him again. Like, no. Just, that's also, that's the other thing when I preach, like, know your target, know what's behind it, know what's in front of it. Don't
And if you're not sure,
Well, yeah.
don't
it's
shoot.
50 caliber. It's great for when your neighbor's getting robbed and they're robbers behind the refrigerator.
and the wall.
Yeah.
And the house family dog.
Yeah.
And two separate brick walls.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, some of the firepower people have come up with as human beings is just astounding. Like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
if you look at all the statistics and actually break down the sciences to it, it's nice.
Did I tell
It's
you guys
cool.
about Hunter's new muzzleloader? It's one of the ones where you like make the shell. I got to look them up more. I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't really know. You pretty much, it's like a cartridge, and you put your powder in it.
You have to press it though.
No, you just with like the rod, and then you put the round in it, and then you load it in the back, close the clamp, put the primer in. It's pretty much you make a shell. It's a single shot rifle. And it was like, and I was harassing him. I'm like, that's not a muzzleloader. I was like, that's a single shot rifle. And I was like, does it at least smoke like a muzzleloader? No, it's smokeless. I'm like, no, that is a single shot rifle you got with the name muzzleloader on it.
Back in my day in old 1774, 1775, during the Revolutionary War.
That's a real smoke pole right there.
Yeah. I'll be honest. That is one of... I hate both of you. I have such a thing I want to talk about now, and I'm trying not to laugh at that. Anyways, that is one, I think it's PA or Virginia that has the flintlock season. I want to go do that so bad.
That'd be interesting.
Like, there's something about, like, hunting with a flintlock. Like we like bows
piracy,
and everything.
flintlock, Pirates of the Caribbean, Jack
Flintlocks.
Sparrow.
Yeah.
I mean, do they manufacture those, or is this something that had to
like-
be handed down through the centuries through
No,
your
you can
family
still get them.
lineage?
You can still get them made.
Okay, but I wouldn't want to know how much that's going to cost, because
I-
that's one of those things that's outdated, and you probably need a
They're
special
like
person.
flintlock,
to make.
matchlock. There's another one, musket. Like, yeah, that kind of season. Like where the buttstock
Yo,
is not the
Is
right.
that the freaking musket?
Could you imagine using one of them
musket?
real old
The
muskets where you
pistols.
gotta light the fuse?
Oh, like the dry.
You better
Ain't
be,
that a match?
you
Is
better
that
be
matchlock?
Dang sure that thing is
You're
where
saying
it
be
needs to
dang
be.
sure
Sure,
you
you're
got-
not standing in the way here about 30 seconds.
You got like the biggest deer of your life, and you're over there like
You're
trying
like,
to get it relit. Like it's just got like a little bit of smoke coming out of it.
Come on, splam, crap.
Like
Or like just like you light it, and like you only, depending on how long your fuse is, I don't know, but you're like, okay, it's going good.
I don't know how long is your fuse.
No.
yeah.
It's like, what are you
Come
gonna
on.
do? What are you gonna do? Just like point it somewhere else? No. Yeah.
Hopefully the tree makes enough shrapnel.
Yeah.
You imagine though, like I could just see like going out there and you're like going as like Captain Kidd or whatever pirate, and you got like 4 flintlock pistols. You're just running through the woods, just like bang bang, like just drop, like have them tied off to you, so you just drop them. They start dangling, pulling out the next 2 off your chest. Just Yeah, that would be fun. But that's one of them seasons I want to go do.
That could be a future endeavor.
Well, I plan on it being like just going to what is it, Maryland, and hunting. Is that Coos deer in Maryland? I know I just put my mouth right up to the mic, Paul. I'm sorry. There's that. I think it's Coos. I don't
Shoot
know.
a blacktail.
Blacktail.
I mean, they're very, very similar to whitetail, but
like the Alaskan blacktail.
well, no, they have blacktail in the state, like in other states too, don't they?
I don't know.
pretty sure.
I just pay attention to whitetail and mule deer when it really comes to deer.
I'm pretty
Even though I
sure.
wanna
I'm pretty
hunt-
sure you can go to like Oregon.
I want to
and
hunt
shoot.
everything and have the experience
Blacktail.
of hunting them all, but I really like our eastern.
Mule deer is going to be one of the next ones for sure, dude.
Bear has got to be your next one.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm so upset, and I've never shot a bear. For the record, anybody who doesn't know that, never shot a bear. Never actually even seen one in season. All the bear I've seen were spring turkey hunting.
I'd really
Yeah.
appreciate a bear roast, man. I'd really
I
appreciate just like a pound off of that back quarter. Like that'd be nice.
I would have it would have to be sent in and
I'd-
like tested because what is it, trichinosis?
It's trig.
Trichinosis is like one of the scariest things to me.
Yeah, but as long as it's cooked right, I feel like that doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, you don't want to eat it raw, but
There's also worms in bear meat.
there's a lot of things in bear meat. Bear meat's
Bear meat is risky.
yeah.
I'm just saying, I want me as being someone who kind of likes to cook, it's like, I just want to get my hands on a little bit of fat to render down and a nice chunk.
That
and
would
just
be the
go
most.
ahead.
I would want the bear fat. I would want rendered bear fat.
Because I'm just saying, them fellers, they chunk up for wintertime.
Mm-hmm.
I want
So
the bear
some of
fat
that.
from the bears that were foraging on like berries and stuff.
Oh yeah,
That,
like a
dude,
blueberry or like
especially
raspberry.
blueberry.
Yeah, not just like hardwood foraging. Like
But here's another thing that I was thinking of. Is like I want to shoot a bear, but I don't want to shoot a dink, you know. But here's the thing about it: you shoot a good 350 pound bear, or if you got lucky enough to get
what are
one
you
bigger,
doing with it?
you're backpacking it out. You're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
dragging that thing.
And what are you doing with it? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, like-
that's either a hell of a mount or a hell of a rug.
Yeah,
Like that's a queen size blankie.
like there's no tying a rope. There's no tying a rope to that and dragging that out with.
Depends
you.
on where you're hunting. I mean, there's a lot of places I like know Maine and stuff where they bear hunt now. That are like,
You gonna drag a 350 pound bear out of my woods?
yeah, with like 5 people and a couple dogs.
Yeah. Or a really good 4-wheeler.
No, and that's like the thing
If
I
I'm
always said. Like,
hungry enough, I'll get that whole bear out there. Maybe not in one piece.
You just camp right where you shot it and stay there
just
till
keep
it's
quartering
eaten,
it and
until
walking
it's
it
gone.
back.
No,
Oh,
you
just
just
keep
eat it
eating it
until
while
it's
you're
gone.
All flame charred. See, no, that's been my thing. I've seen one bear well hunting, a live bear well hunting that it was just a small one, and I didn't want to shoot it. And then I tracked a really big bear during muzzleloader. I think I've talked about that. Like 2-3 days in a row, like blizzard. And the only reason I knew I was close is because there was no snow in his tracks. And it was like, yeah, I got you. And then I was thinking about, like, I only have a muzzleloader, and it's starting to get dark, and I'm
And
like,
your visibility is limited.
I'm like 2 miles away from my vehicle at this point. Like, if this thing is as big as I think it is, this life's gonna suck for the next couple hours.
Also, if your visibility is limited, that bear's visibility is definitely limited, and you're gonna startle it
Yeah.
most likely.
No, well, at least I knew there was only one track. Of course, it could have been a big sow with cubs. I've been
That's scary.
around that before. Actually, when we were stationed up at Fort Drum, me and Paul were in a commando course doing the land nav.
The black bear that was on the land nav?
Yeah, I got caught in between her and her cubs.
And I feel like that's 25% of the reason why I lost. Because I thought I heard rustling, and I kind of booked it, and I was like, that was dumb. I got more lost than a new LT, man. It was bad.
I had found all my marks like I found her, and I just started watching her because like I used to be really good at land nav because I've been growing up in the woods, with maps and everything, and land nav has always been my go-to. And I was like, I found all my marks, so I sat on this ravine watching her. I didn't know the cubs were above me, and she was down in the ravine foraging, and they were up playing. And I finally turned around, like the cubs were behind me, so I like snuck down the ravine towards her a little bit to get on this trail, and I was stopping people, like, do not go that way. And like, that's where our point is. I was like, well, turn around and find an instructor, because like nobody else is going through this way. I was like, there's a sow and cubs.
Not a good idea.
And of course, a lot of people we were with were like city people. Oh, I want to see the bear. I'm like, no. I
was a city boy at that point still, and
I think you were one of the ones. I think I turned. I don't know.
No, we
I
didn't run
turn you
into
around.
each other.
I turned around. I don't know, a dozen people or more. Like Mark was right down the trail, and I'm like, no, go get an instructor until we figure this out. And all the instructors were like, oh, they're just bears. Go around them. And it was like, I'm just gonna go turn in my points now. Like I'm done. It's like if someone gets mauled, I'm just going to leave. Fort Drum, I would love to go hunt up there, too. I've seen some really nice bears up there. I've seen some really nice deer up there. But I've always been at the time of being paid by the military, and they don't really like you wasting 5.56 rounds.
I wouldn't shoot a bear with a 5.56.
You're not allowed to shoot the wildlife on the ranges anyways. I guarantee you they
goes
kick people
cold
out for that now.
I wouldn't be shooting a bear with a 5.56.
I would if I had my 30-round magazine. Especially when I was 19 years old.
Yeah, you're right. A couple would do her in, probably.
mean,
I have seen a turkey get ripped
back
apart
when
by
they
a Browning
only-
50 cal before.
They only had 3-round burst at that point, so
When?
that would have been interesting to watch that.
What?
If you had M4 against a bear, Because that was
Oh.
back when they only had the 3-round burst.
Yeah, we didn't have full auto.
Nah, they went full.
I do
like,
now.
it's
Well,
right-
my unit does now.
I want to say
I do not
Our
have a
armor
fully
guy.
automatic M4 AR-15, and I do not have 30-round magazines. YouTube, that is the military, not me. There,
Yeah,
now
but-
that's covered.
oh yeah, but Voki showed me they actually just it's just
they
the
just shaved.
mechanism.
They just shaved it down.
and then they stamped out the
4 X's or 3
yeah,
X's,
it
3
was
or
4
4 X's.
X's, and then they put stamped in auto
Yeah.
just above where the
We-
selector switch.
We have a
was.
bunch of them in the unit that are the burst is. It's 3 or 4 X's where they just stamped it out and then stamped auto above it or
Yeah.
below it.
Yeah.
And it is weird, like fully auto, like you always think it goes so fast, but fully auto with an M4, it does go by really fast.
Yeah.
Like it is like just done like just bah, it's like wow, that was quick because I only did it once, and it was because I had scored the highest at a range, and it was like okay, hey, all these guys are still sleeping, like I was part of ammo detail, so we were like the first ones up. And I was like, got a hold of the sergeant. I was like, we have like 3 mags, like left, as we were like tearing everything down. And he was like, I was like, can we take the range hot? And he goes, I don't know, let me go call up. So he made the range go hot, and we went into the shoot house where like everybody was sleeping like outside next to it and behind it, and me and like 2 other sergeants like just pulled up and just went full auto at like 5:00 in the morning. Like down the range, like popped it up. We put our nods and had like everything set up, and we were like full kitted up. Like this is gonna be fun. Like the only 3 people that had deployed out of the unit at the time, and we're just like, let's wake all these guys up because it was one of them like beautiful nights, like real quiet.
Yeah.
And the shoot houses are all in sealed tin, so like all the doors, we like opened all the doors, and the sound just reverberates out of it. Just blah, 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 blah. You should have seen them dudes running. like some dudes were still like hopping in their freaking like
Bags.
yeah. Oh, that was my piece of wood fell. I thought the camper was just going for a second. Yeah, that was really fun. But yeah, I've seen, dude, some of the biggest porcupines I've ever seen in my life were at Fort Drum. Oh yeah, huge. Like they look like they stood hip high, like just monstrous.
Cut a exercise ball in half, but it was all quills.
Yeah, it was.
They were some puffy.
But yeah, I had
man.
seen a turkey get ripped apart by a Browning 50 cal. That was interesting to say the least. Because we didn't see the birds coming out onto the lane, and neither did the tower.
Yeah.
And they literally walked like right behind one of the targets, and as it popped up, like it like slowly popped up, and the birds like ran to the front of it as the guy like started opening up, and he was one of the better 50 cal gunners that we had. Oh yeah, just feathers. Just,
I mean, I
Like,
imagine
we had-
that's probably all that was left.
oh yeah, dude, there was like 3 or 4 of them. It was just feathers everywhere. Like the range had to go cold, range control had to come out, like statements had to be made. Like it was crazy, but it was like I kind of understand it because like we had one when we were in basic training. I don't remember what range it was. One of the biggest toms I had ever seen. This was in Missouri. This thing was huge, and we're at this range, like, setting up, and a couple of us could, like, kind of mimic turkey calls.
Mhm.
So we were, like, calling this thing. He's just gobbling and gobbling and gobbling. I'm like, we're all looking at it like, oh, my God, like, let's get this thing. Like, we were trying to, like, convince our drill sergeants to, like, let us sneak out and get it. And he goes, no, the range won't go hot. Like, everybody showed up, and, like, we had to go, like, 4 hours. No, we're not. Are you? But yeah, we had to go like 4 hours of them like trying to like chase this turkey off and like called range control and be like, we gotta go hot. Like we only had this range for this day for this cycle. Like we have to get this bird off here. And, like range control came down with their truck and we're like trying to like chase it away. The fucker just kept flying back. Finally, he did leave though, so it worked out. But yeah, we always thought about like, if someone ever shot a deer at a range, we'd just cook that thing up. Of course, a lot of the units I've been with had a lot of like city people, and they were always like, "You would really do that?" I'm like, "Oh my goodness, yes." Especially like when you're like 5 days into a range and all you've been eating MREs. Like hot venison sounds fantastic. Whether you cooked it on the barrel of the 50 cal or cooked it on something else, it doesn't matter. Like protein sounds fantastic. Just like when they offered us camel in Afghanistan, I was like, yes. I'm like 3 months of MREs. Camel sounds amazing, and it was really good.
You're worried about eating bear, and you're gonna eat some cooked up meat off the side of the road.
Yes. Listen, at that point in my life, my body just pushed out bad things. This point in my life, it don't push out bad things no more. They stay with me for a month or so. But have you seen, I don't know where it is, I think Australia. This is the last topic, Paul, and then we'll be done. They have like so many camels in Australia now. Like they're like a nuisance to these farmers. They're going after them with like how like guys down in Texas and stuff with like helicopters and like machine guns.
I like how they boar hunt down there.
Yeah. I was watching videos. This guy has like, it looks like an M1 Grand, like a red dot on it, and just like headshotting these things out of a helicopter. I deep dived into his videos too. I don't remember. That was a couple weeks ago. I'm not going to remember his name. But they were talking about it, and he's just like, there's like, I don't know, a dozen camels running, and he just starts picking off each last, just bang, last one falls. Bang, last one falls. Just reloads, last one. And there's just a trail of camels. I'm just like, that's awesome. Like, I just want to go there to watch. Be in the cockpit of the helicopter.
It reminds me of, what movie was that? It wasn't Saving Private Ryan. It was Full Metal Jacket. When they're in a helicopter, they're talking about his kill count, and he's got the 50 cal out.
The gunner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't think did he have
you
50?
shoot women and children?
No, he had the M40.
Yeah,
you shoot women and children
pig.
sometimes. How can you do that? It's easy. You just don't lead them as much.
Oh.
If they run, they're a VC. If they don't run, they're a well-disciplined VC. It's like, yeah, that's hilarious as a movie standpoint, but like, yeah, women and children die in war, people.
Yeah,
it sucks.
Well,
It's a sad reality.
You were
It's
a
casualty.
Were you ever really a gunner?
I mean, I sat in the turret quite a few times, yes.
What was your saying when you were letting off a burst? I want to know if it was the same as mine.
I don't know. I was always told I want to kill a family of 5.
Yeah, I was kill a small family of 5.
And it's like, wow,
Like,
that is
it's
really
more-
dark. Like, I'm sitting there in basic training, like, oh, that's hilarious. And I'm just like, oh,
The
wait.
thing was,
Then
is-
when I was, like, actually driving around in country behind a weapon, I was like,
Oh, this makes sense now, and
Whoops.
now it's dark.
oh.
Well, I'll be
I
honest.
don't know if that's as funny, but I'm still going to laugh at it.
So the last iteration when I was training, we could not get any of the gunners to hold that trigger. So saws and all that are meant to like pull that trigger and like let them rip.
Yeah.
Or if not, they jam. They're notorious for jamming on like single round or 2-3 round bursts. So it'd be like I'm like screaming in their ear every time like a target would pop up. Kill a small family of 5. Kill a small. And then like my one of the NCOs come up and be like, I don't know if we can say that anymore. And I'm just like, miss a small family of 5. Like I don't care. Like no, like 5 to 7 rounds. Even you could be like, I'm shooting 5 to 7 rounds. I'm shooting, like, say something. But yeah, I was like, they were like, I don't know if we can say that anymore. Like, I'm like, well, I just did, and I'm not apologizing for it. That's the way we were taught. But also, we're not at war right now, neither, so you can't say things like, if there's another big war, like, a lot of them standards will go back out the window.
well,
Soldiers are, I'm not saying all soldiers anymore. A lot of soldiers coming out of basic training and stuff now are soft. And I can say it.
and you know what the Vietnam vet's saying about you? You're soft.
Oh,
And you know what
100%.
the World War II vet saying to the Vietnam vet, huh, you got it easier than me. And then you know what the caveman with the rock saying to the guy who invented the gun?
Ooga ooga.
I'm going to beat you with his rock.
I'm gonna beat you with my rock. Oh yeah, like every war is different. Like the next like world war, if there ever is one, hopefully not in our lifetimes or kids or great grandkids or whatnot. I doubt it. But anyways,
It's going to be fought in suits and buttons.
yeah, it's going to be
So,
all like there
will
are going to be
boots on the ground, and
I forgot
people-
there's a word for what it is. Like not force. It's not force on force. Whatever. I'm having a brain fart. The beer tastes good tonight. It's going to be more like robotic, drones and tanks and stuff like that. It's not going to be man on man
You're going to be
anymore.
people essentially playing Call of Duty, but for real stakes.
Yeah, I mean they're already designing like robotic soldiers that like literally as a guy with like joysticks controlling. So like and that thing can take a lot of rounds and just keep going. So it's literally like playing Call of Duty. And it's like yeah, we need to go back to like swords and shields. Make men out of men.
I swear, if you slap me in the face with a glove and challenge me to a duel, I will duel you.
They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom.
Oh, don't, dude! I will watch that movie tonight. I used to watch Braveheart when I was in high school to fall asleep at night.
I love Braveheart.
Oh, it's such a
I
good
love
movie.
Braveheart.
You know, the statue. I think it's in Scotland somewhere. Is the statue of William Wallace is Mel Gibson?
Really?
Yeah, like it is like a spitting image of Mel Gibson from Braveheart for William Wallace, but it's Mel Gibson. Paul's falling asleep on us. I could keep talking. I'm actually having a good time talking tonight. But we are going to record one. Are we going to record one Wednesday? You got nothing Wednesday? I just want to get a couple in the pipeline because I showed Paul how to schedule them, so he can schedule them. Then he has more time to work on them.
Okay.
So we can get a couple in the pipeline. So then when we get to the video camera and all that, we can have a little F-off time to figuring it all out. Because I got to get more lights in here because it works. The camera works really good over there in that corner.
Yeah.
But with just that light, we'd be so shadowed in here. Or at least got to get like something. They'd have to be up higher. But some kind of brighter light. The little single click lamp that I brought out here is not enough.
Get like a little shop light with a little click click.
Yeah.
on it. Yeah.
The LED one. Yeah, but it can't be too bright for the camera.
Well, them things are bright.
I know. I'll have to figure it out. I want to make my professor proud when I go to camera and lighting. Be like, this is what I've been working on. And then she's going to go, oh, it looks like crap. And we'll be like, oh, thanks. Why do you think I'm in this class? Thanks, bro. You're my favorite. Go team. Cheers. Paul, I know you want to be done.
Yeah.
So, do you have any final closeout words for the lovely people of the internet?
Nope.
Okay. You know what we got to do, though, Paul?
Record an intro.
Yep. Okay, he beat me to it. We do. We don't have an intro anymore because Paul don't like my intro that I made. And then he took the sound out of it, so it was just the guitar. And now we don't like the guitar, so we're going to record an intro. The boys we all have some paperwork to, I'm not going to call it homework. I've already been threatened I can't call it homework.
Do you want it to get done or not?
Yeah. I'm as bad. I don't
Remember
like,
who
even
you're
with college,
talking to.
man, I don't like doing homework. But Andrew, any
Yep.
last words for these peoples out there? The 5 that maybe watch this?
Yeah, for the 5 or 6 of you, be safe out there in everything you do.
Dude, when we get to the teens of people watching this all the way through, I'm throwing a party in here. Like, it's going to be like a power hour.
Yeah.
And Paul's going to have to be here because he's the only one that can babysit me after like a power hour.
Good thing I'm getting back in shape.
Yeah.
He's a runner, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen.
a runner.
He is a runner.
Yeah.
He's
A crawler, a runner, trampoline. Oh, if I knew that, I got to take my trampoline down.
it's if you imagine a kid with ADHD at a playground, that is our man drunk. He's running, he's jumping, he's
That's 'cause-
swinging, and then next thing you know, he's halfway up a fence.
Yeah. We're probing for mines.
He low crawled
Yeah.
a good 100. Nah, a good.
I would say like
60
75.
yards, 70 yards.
Yeah.
It was from where the tree was to the door.
Did I pull out my Gerber to do it too?
No,
Oh.
I walked out, saw you laying in the ground, turned my flashlight on, and you're just like, you didn't even see me. And I'm just like, I turned the flashlight on you, bud. Come on,
Yeah.
get in the house. Your wife's
This-
getting pissed.
This boy don't drink. Like this one beer is good for me right now.
That was after you challenged like a 70-year-old Marine to a
Makes his own wine.
a drinking competition with his own homemade wine, which everybody who says they make homemade wine like it's borderline liquor.
Listen, I want to give him the win. He might have took the win, but he was hurting. I know he was hurting because it took both of us to figure out a doorknob, how to get in the house or into the bathroom. So I know he was hurting, and I'm proud of myself. Yes. And I don't got no final notes for anybody or anything like that. So, we need an outro too. We should record an outro. But the only thing I got to pee. So, no.
Here's your outro.
Was that the riff or the clapping?
The clapping.
Nice. Yay! Goodbye, Paul. Goodbye, Andrew. Love you guys.
Goodbye.
Hit that button. The other button. No, the other button.